than the majority of business owners like to give off. And in this video, I'm going to explain why passive income is so important, 5 easy ways that you can start to get passive income, and why you're making yourself poorer by not having it. So, first, let's talk about what passive income is. And I encourage you to watch the entire video because while you get to the end of the video, you're going to fully integrate what I'm saying, and then you're going to be able to apply it to your life without having to consciously think about it or try it or do other research. It's going to be very easy to apply if you just listen to the information I'm providing in this one single video. So, passive income is broken down into two words: passive and income. Now we know what income is. Income is money that is coming in to your pool of money that you have access to. Passive is the opposite of active. So your active income is money that you're working for, you're trading your time for, and you're trading your energy for. And this could be a 9 to 5 job. This could be a service-based business. This could be plenty of different things. It could be gig work, but it just is you energetically not having money coming in a way that doesn't require you to be present. So you have to be present. You don't get paid at your job if you do not show up. You do not get paid at your job if you do not perform your job. You do not get paid in a gig work business if you don't show up to the gig and do the job. You don't get paid if you yourself do not show up and do something. Now, this is normally tied to time. When you think about active income, it's normally tied to something based on time: hourly wage, a salary, or something that is set in stone as far as the cap of money that you can receive. And I want you to start to think about, okay, is most of my income active or most of my income passive? And we're going to really break down this idea as I go through the video, and you're going to be in such a great place energetically to receive more money into your life. So when you think about, okay, is most of my income tied to me or coming in to my ownership as money that I have to work for, or is it money that's just coming in naturally? Now, hi everyone in the comments, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as you come on in. And as you understand where you currently stand with your passive income, you might be asking yourself the question, well, I don't like the way my income is. I want to change it. And that's what this video is going to be all about. So you have to understand there's a difference between passive income and active income. You want to change, you want to shift, you want to acquire the skill of being able to acquire and master passive income into your life. And it's not because of what most people say. And the way that I was taught about it is that when it comes to business, they say you're supposed to have 7 streams of income. That's what's told. That is what's sold. As you guys are coming in, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So as you are understanding or hearing about these topics, because you're energetically aligning to business content, to money content, to energetic content, financial content, you're going to start to hear these messages. And one of the main things you're going to hear is 7 streams of income. But no one really tells you why. They just say, don't put all your eggs into one basket. And it's fine. They don't have to tell you why, because you're aligning to information that is deeper than what you initially received. And now you're understanding the secondary portion. It's fine. You've already received it by being here. So when it comes to that, you have to understand, why shouldn't I put all my eggs in one basket? And it's really not because they say one income is too close to zero. No, 10 incomes is too close to zero because it's all cash money, paper money, and fiat currency. Anyways, for the most part, right? All of it is close to zero. Let's just be honest. But when it comes to having multiple streams of income, it's about the energetics and the intention behind why you want multiple streams. If you think about your active income, that you work for, and you get a paycheck every 2 weeks. That means that the company you work for is getting paid 31 days out of the month. Every single day, they have a customer, they have a service, they have a transaction, they have all of these ways that they make money. Okay, so their passive income is not multiple businesses. Their passive income is the fact that they are open to receiving money every day of the month. That is the frequency that you now need to be on. You don't have to start a business. You can. I'm going to give you 5 easy ways to build your passive income, but you do not need to start a business. You just need to energetically align yourself to, I am willing to receive money more than twice a month. I'm willing to receive money 5 days a month instead of 2. I'm willing to receive money 10 times out of the month instead of 2, right? I'm willing to receive money 31 days out of the month instead of 2. That's where you need to energetically align to. And guess what? Because you're already watching this video, there's absolutely zero consequence that you're on this video when there is a billion pieces of content posted weekly on apps like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram and TikTok, and you're watching this video of me on my channel. That means you've already aligned to the exact content that is for your next phase, which is amazing because you didn't have to do anything to get here. You just energetically aligned. You've already done 99% of the work. All right. But it's up to you to watch this video to the end to fully integrate what I'm going to say. And then you've already found the answer to what you've been energetically searching for. That's why you're on this video, because you are searching for this information. And I got the clue. I got the hit 5 minutes ago or 7 minutes ago to get on this channel and post this video because somebody wanted to hear the information. So you don't have to do anything else besides listen to the information that's in this video because you are already energetically aligned to getting paid more than twice a month. So, and that's if you get paid twice a month. Some people get 1 check a month. Like most teachers, I believe, get paid either on the first or they get paid on the last day of the month. So you're going 4 weeks without a check and you get paid 1 time. 4 weeks without a check and you get paid 1 time. 4 weeks without a check and then you get paid 1 time. So you're learning to survive 31 days without money coming in, or I guess 30 days without money coming in, and then you get paid 1 time. When the school that you work for has their business set up, it's a federal business, national and federal business, a school, to get paid every single day of the month. Every single day of the month. Every single day, right? That's what you have energetically aligned to. So what I want you to do today, if you do nothing else, is I want you to take a second to celebrate the fact that you have energetically aligned yourself to understanding that you get to get paid more than twice a month, because no one is going to take the time and do that. And that is why you can energetically align and bring this information to you and still not be able to act on it or see the manifestation of it happen in your life. Where 6 months down the road, you're still getting paid twice a month. Okay, there's gonna be like 1% of people that actually follow through on this information. And those are the 1% that are gonna be in my seat, being able to share this information with people that they love, care about, and want to see do better next year. So when it comes to your passive income, or I should say this first, one of the biggest things I've seen that makes an incredible difference in the amount of money you're able to make is the amount of money you already have. Let me say this again. The amount of money that you're able to make is strongly dependent on your feeling towards the money you already have. There's a book that is called The Secret or the Key to Making Money is Having Some. I don't know the author. It's very easy to find. It's an old book. I think it's by Stuart Wilde. It's free on the first 6 chapters are on YouTube for free as an audiobook. And then you can also download it for free on the internet. It's a public domain book. Read that book. It's amazing. The key or the trick to having money is, or to making money is having some, whatever the book is called, by Stuart Wilde. Read that. I was recommended to it from Nero Knowledge. It's an amazing book. And I would say that the book is true. I have about 4 chapters to finish in the book. But what I did is I read the first 6 chapters and I implemented it. And it works. Point blank period. That's it. Right? And make sure that if you're watching this video, don't forget to subscribe and like the video so that more people can find this information who are already on this level of thinking. And so the point that I was getting to is the thing that you want to do is understand the amount of money that you can make is dependent on the amount of money you already have and your feelings towards that amount of money. And one of the best ways to feel better about the money you have is to have passive incomes. Because if you are, when you think about money in your head, you're subconsciously, right, the unconscious part of you is constantly reinforcing, I don't have money, I only get paid twice a month. I don't have any money, I only get paid twice a month. I don't have any money, I only get paid twice a month. That is what majority of people's brain is saying to them, and you don't even realize it. That's why you don't have money. Because your brain is telling yourself and reinforcing yourself that you don't, and is asking for more situations, experiences to tell you and prove to you that you don't have it. So when you go out and you get multiple streams of income, now instead of getting paid twice a month, your brain is like, oh, I have like 4 different ways to get money. And like, I always get paid from these amounts, from these different streams, and they're always on their way to me. So instead of getting paid once every other week, you're now getting paid once a week, and then twice a week, and then 3 times a week. And before you know it, you might be getting money. You go from making money twice a month to making money 10 to 15 times a month. Do you know how that changes your brain's ability to think about money? What I'm saying here is so incredibly powerful. And this is something I put into practice for the past 3 years. And I just read that book on Stuart Wilde, from Stuart Wilde, and it literally is like what I've been doing. It's awesome. It's a great book. It's put into words what I've been doing. So what I want you to do is I want you to accept that you're now wanting to do that for yourself. You're now wanting to bring multiple streams of income, because you wouldn't be watching this video and sitting here and watching me for 13 minutes thus far if you didn't want to bring yourself more money. But like I said before, you do not need a business. All you need is to understand the 4 ways you make money. One of them is business, but there's 3 other ways. So what I want you to do is go to my channel. There's already a video after you finish watching this video. There's a video that explains the only 4 ways you can make money. There is no other ways. Every single person who's ever made money or has become wealthy has done money making from those 4 ways. There is no other ways. Even with crypto, even with Bitcoin, even though those things are now a thing, the fundamentals I give in that video are the only 4. So I strongly suggest you watch that video. It's a thumbnail of me holding up a sheet of paper, and you'll see some drawings on it. It's pretty recent. So that's how you're going to choose. Like, once I tell you all the streams you can do now, that video is what's going to filter the ones that are for you. It's going to explain the different types deeper and etc. But you have to first accept that you would not be watching this video of a random person who you do not know on YouTube when there's probably hundreds of thousands of people live on YouTube right now. There's no real reason that you're watching me when you could be on TikTok right now. You could be on Instagram. You could be on a different YouTube video. You could be eating, you could be out the house, you could be talking to a friend on the phone, you could be doing a billion other things. But you're watching this video, and I want you to recognize that, and I want you to celebrate the fact that you are now transitioning into passive income. You've already done it. So watch that video on the 4 ways, but I want to talk about some here because you don't have to have a business. What I want you to do is think about the ways you currently make money. Now, the ways you make money now are usually the ways that people want to abandon first. When I talk to my coaching clients for this channel, with this business, with this coaching, with this financial, energetic information that I coach people on, and they want help with money, and I ask them, okay, what do you do for money currently? Because I have to know where you are to give you a map to where you want to go. And the first thing they tell me is, oh, I do this, this, and this. I make so much money, but I don't want to do those anymore. That's everybody's case. You're not different if you think that. But what I want to ask is why? If it's something that you've already made money from, why not go and make more? Why stop what you're doing and do something different? The reason why is because you're trying to sabotage yourself. You're trying to sabotage yourself because you don't think the way that you make money is worthy enough. You don't think the way you make money is perfect enough. You're judging the ways you make money. And so you've taken money from this energetic, spiritual way of producing more abundance for yourself, and you've turned it into, I want to make money in the way that I want to make money, and I need to make money the way that I want to make money, and I gotta da 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 da. And you're forcing the way that you bring money into your life, when instead your mindset needs to be, I'm open to every single source and route of money coming to me. That is how I found the majority of my passive incomes. Whether I do them now or not, that is how I found them, because I was open to receiving more sources, different resources, and adding to what I do, not replacing what I do. I want to add more. And then I set them up, and then they kind of just are there. And the biggest inspiration from this video is that I have multiple online businesses, and one of them just brought me the biggest sale I've had in 3 weeks. Now, that business paid me every single week last month and every single week for the last few months. Last few months. I haven't missed a week of sales in a while. But what I used to do is I would want to replace what I make with something else. I would want to replace what I do with something better. And that is where you're misconstrued, because you're not understanding that your money, like I said in the beginning, is a one pool of money. How much you make, or how much you have, and how much you own, what you have ownership of, is just one pool of money. So the whole pool of money is just energetically being held by your bank account or whatever company you have in association with you. But there is no money that's better than other money. So the money you make from your job goes into the pot, and then the money you make from your passive incomes go to the pot, and then the money that you're given goes into the pot, and then the money that you found on the street goes into the pot, and then the money that you get from a different passive income goes in the pot, and the money you get from a different passive income goes in the pot. But you don't know which dollar is from what. It's just in here. And that's one of the things I noticed with my other business when I coach in that business, is that it's really a common thought that the dollars you make have a difference, and they don't. They're all just energy. So they all go into one pot, and every time you try to separate the dollars, that is when you go into crazy cuckoo land of trying to separate energy from energy. You don't know what dollars from what. You just pick up a dollar and you go spend it, but you don't know if that dollar literally came through this passive income, your job, this. It's just all one pile of money. It just all accumulates into one place or under your ownership, under all your assets, under all your bank accounts, under all your whatevers, all this money is just sitting there. You don't know where it's coming from. So I want you to start to think of your money as energy. If you make $1 here and you make $10 here, now you have $11 in your pot. If you take out $1, you don't know where the dollar came from. It doesn't matter. Okay? So I want you to think about, what are the ways that I can make money? Now I'm just going to give you some. I gave some to you in my last video. That video was great. I suggest you go watch it. But from this video, I want to give you 5. Find something that you no longer use and you want to post it online. Find a shirt that you no longer use and put it on Poshmark. Put it on Amazon. I don't even know if you could do that. Put it on eBay. Make a website using Gamma.ai app online. Create a website and or use Lovable. Make a website and post it and link it to your Instagram and sell it. Put it on eBay. Put it on somewhere that someone can exchange money for. Find a shirt that you don't use and sell it. Or literally anything. Take like the whole day. Go around your house, find something you don't use and post it. The second thing you can do is not post it online, but you can take it to a Uptown Cheapskate. You could take it to a you can ask a friend if they want to buy it from you, right? You can ask Poshmark if they want to buy it from you. You can, or not Poshmark, Plato's Closet, or there's another one, Plato's Closet, Uptown Cheapskate, and there's other ones. But places that buy the things, consignment shops for the things that you want. Now, can you imagine if you have so many clothes and you just sell a shirt every single week? That has now become your passive income. Doesn't matter if it's $5, $10, $20. No, it doesn't matter. Because what you're doing is you're energetically allowing yourself to say, this might be a little messy, this might be a little, but I'm willing to make other income. Okay? So that's how you're gonna start. And then guess what? What happened to me actually is one of my biggest passive incomes actually happened by someone calling me and saying, hey, you want to work in my business? I'm going to pay you XYZ. I kind of need you for this amount of hours, and I want to just have you come weekly. That's how one of my passive incomes has happened. It's technically active, but it's mostly passive, and that's how one of them has come about. So can you imagine how many people know you who can randomly call you and be like, oh my gosh, I know Sally loves doing XYZ. I kind of need her help with that. Let me call her up and offer her $50. That can happen to you any day of the week. So those things are going to start to happen when you open your eyes to receiving by doing these actions. When you do these actions, other things that you might be more preferred are going to start to come to you easier. Okay? Because yes, you're gonna have to find the item, learn how to list it, learn how to sell it, learn how to whatever. But there's gonna be so many preferred opportunities that come to you once you do this, okay? The next thing I want to say is, if you have a car, try to add it to Turo. And again, this is not financial advice, do all your own research, but you need to go to Turo and list your car and let somebody else rent it out. If you don't even use your car, somebody can be paying you to rent out the car. And you can do Turo, Turo, right? That's a way to make passive income. Money that you don't technically have to go work for. You just have an asset, which is your car, that someone else is going to borrow. And think about how many other assets you have. I want to talk about luxury bags. You might have a luxury bag, and there are thousands of content creators in your city who will pay you. And all this is off the dome, by the way. Like, I don't ever think of these things, just come to my mind. And I know they're giving you inspiration. Think about how many content creators are in your area who need these items for marketing, that you can be like, okay, Pay me $50 and you can use it for the day. Pay me $100, you can use it for the day. Instead of them going and spending 10,000 or 5,000 or $6,000 on a bag, they can actually just rent it from you. People do that for clothes online. They do it for shoes. They do it for luxury bags. They do it for a lot of items because some people don't want to buy a luxury item. They just want to rent it for a day and use it for an event. Okay, so when you think about if you've ever seen people go to a store, buy an item with the intention to use it for an event, and they go back and return it the next day because they don't really need the item, they just want to use it, you can become the person in the middle ground, and that already exists. So you can be the person to either reach out to your people near you, or you can go to sites that and platforms that already have the audience, and you can do that as well. Okay, another way that I want to mention is doing social media and selling your own product. Now, this is so much easier than people make it out to be. Creating a digital product and selling it is so easy because people need help with things. And if you know how to do something, you can put your whole entire process into a document, and people will buy it. Start with $5, $10, $20. I've had people buy multiple different digital products from me, from this coaching business on this page, but also just my businesses in general. I talk more about that on the video where I talk about the 4 ways to make money. Okay, it's really not that difficult. It's only this. If you don't know how to make a digital product, it's only this. You think about who needs help, then you take how you would help them, how would you help them, and you put all that onto a document, and then you find more people like them, like the person you can help. Either you give it to them for free, or you can have them pay a small amount, or just whatever you need to get started. $5-10 is really great because it's not that hard to get somebody to give you $10 for something that's actually going to help them and help them work through problems and etc. That's all it is. It's taking you, the thing that you know how to do, and thinking about if somebody walked up to you and wanted help with that, how would you help them? And instead of you offering them coaching or mentorship or helping them, you take all that mentorship and coaching that you would give them, put it into a piece of paper or document, and they sell it to them so they can do it for themselves. That's all coaching is. All coaching is taking the thing I sell as digital product, or that's in my book, or what's in whatever, and then I'm just going to sell you the thing so you can do it yourself. So coaching is I literally do the framework for you, to you, with you. And selling a digital product is literally, here's the framework, do it yourself. That's the only difference, okay? So you can do both. Those are other passive incomes. But this video is very inspiring to you because you have aligned yourself to this video and you already know how to make money. I talked about that in my last video. Nobody sucks making money. It doesn't exist. So watch that video if you want to hear more about that. It's literally the very last video, the very previous video in the live section. But you've already aligned to this content. Only a certain amount of people are going to align to this channel with this content because only a certain amount of people want this type of information and are willing to accept it. See, you have to align your conscious and subconscious to receive something. So if you consciously want to make more money, but you subconsciously don't, you would never get this content. You have aligned with both. That's why this video is being delivered in front of you. Otherwise, you would never see it. So use that, celebrate that, and I'll see you guys.